Yeah, these are all my binders right here because I'm finally filming my end of the year binder flip through. We're halfway in February. I'm a little behind on my filming schedule. But you know what? Sometimes life happens, but I am here. I am ready to do a binder flip through of all my binders today, including some of the mini binders that I've never actually shown on this channel. I'm pretty sure this is everything. Let me count. I have 3 A4 binders, 3 A5 binders, and then 2 like mini binders. And you know what the thing is? This is practically just 2 groups, and then like these 2 hold some smaller collections. I have 5 binders for Billlie. So, you know what? Let's just not drag this video on longer than it needs to because I can't do this anymore. This video has been long overdue. I hope people will still find it interesting. At least I find it interesting, and I do want to see my progress. So even if no one watches, you know, I'll be watching. Because I genuinely sometimes have to look at my videos to see which cards I actually have. But, besides the point, I'm going to work from smallest binder to biggest binder. So we're going to start with these 2. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to start with this little mini binder. It's actually Billlie merch. And I do have this signed Hot on Pop in the front here that I'm not going to, like, the signature's, like, right here. I'm not going to show the signature, but imagine you can see her. This is the only Billlie card that is in this little binder. The rest is all soloists, basically. There's like 1 red velvet card in here, but this is basically, let me just like actually show you pretty much. Let me flip through. So I have Sejong in here. Sejong is probably my favorite soloist, I want to say carefully. I like a lot of soloists. Sunmi is in here as well, and IU, for example. Sejong is the one that I am thinking of collecting more thoroughly. Probably once she has a comeback, I'll, you know, be actively collecting her. I've got some OST stuff in here, and then we've got Sunmi. And then, yeah, I do have this one Wendy Red Velvet card. I've never collected Red Velvet, but I bought their Queendom album because I love Queendom. Maybe that's unpopular opinion, I don't know. But I love this card so much, so I couldn't get rid of it. And then I have more OST stuff in here. And that's about it. So basically this collection is stagnant, dormant. I don't really know. I just want to keep these cards and I keep them in here. But yeah, once Sejong has a comeback, I'll probably be moving her to a different binder, maybe, whatever. Carefully saying that. I don't really know when she's gonna have a comeback, but I heard there's rumors of her having one this year. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that. I'm keeping my eyes and ears peeled for anything regarding that. So, excited. Hopefully we'll hear something about that. So that was the first one. So my second mini binder is this Miffy binder that I got from the Hema, which is a Dutch store. You know, I work there, and they sell a lot of Miffy stuff. So, you know, do you know how much Miffy I have? I don't really want to talk about it. My whole, like, desk setup, I've got a Miffy keyboard, I've got a Miffy mouse. I also have a Miffy, what is this called? Makeup bag. You know what? I don't really want to get into it, but basically I bought this mini binder and it's actually perfect because I keep Itsy in here. I don't really collect Itsy as actively as I used to. I used to collect Itsy OT5 at one point as well. I have now settled to keeping my favorite cards, and for any comeback that are now announced, I'll be joining 1 or 2 group orders, looking at my pulls, and just looking at what I would love to keep from my pulls. I'm not really going to be trading much for Etsy, really just whatever I feel like. And you know what? I'm quite happy with this collection. My biases are Ryujin and Chaeryeong, but I try to keep a little bit of variety here and there as well. It is mostly Ryujin and Chaeryeong cards that I keep, but for example, these units, you know, I'm gonna just keep them. Look at how cute. I don't know if you could see that. And this photo card and this photo card are some of my absolute favorite Chaeryeong cards. Yeah, you know what? I had to keep them. And then units, or IDs. And then I do have some room to grow. I'm a little on defense whether or not I'm going to join a group order for Yeji Solo. I am super excited for it. I just don't know if I want to collect anything for it because Yeji isn't necessarily in my bias line. But I might do like one just to support her because, you know, I feel like I would do... I'm still a little on defense. Probably I'll join one. But also I'm trying to save a little bit of money, so I don't know yet. We'll see. You know, maybe I'll do one. I'll join one once the album is actually out. But yeah, I'm super excited for that, and I'm super excited to actually continue collecting Etsy a little bit. I initially dropped them entirely, but at the moment, I kind of felt this spark to collect Etsy again, but I didn't want to do it in full, so I'm just keeping it to this little mini binder. And hopefully that'll be enough. Yes, so those are my 2 little mini binders. Now we're going to move on to my A5 binders, and I'm going to start with Karina. So this is my Karina binder. The first like mini binders that I just showed you aren't really active collections. I'm not actively working on them. This is the first collection that I am actively working on, and it is Karina from aespa. And one of my goals for 2025 is to actually have her finished and be up to date, and actually also start a little OT4 aespa moment. I kind of really want to. So I do collect quite selectively for Karina. I only collect, like, her, selfie cards as much as possible. And, yeah, so far I'm actually quite happy with the, progress that I've been making. But I'm also trying to speedrun it a little bit because I told myself I can only work on OT4 once I've completed all of Karina's cards. So if I find out, for example, that OT4 is not really doing it for me, I can always drop them and still keep my Karina collection, and my Karina collection will be complete. But I am, like, desperately trying to finish her as quickly as possible, because I just really, really want to collect OT4. I'm also seeing them in concert in March, so in, like, 2 or 3 weeks, I believe, and I am so excited for it. Yeah, I don't know which card I'm gonna bring with me, but I'm probably gonna bring one. And then I don't really collect non-album, but I got this one merch card, and you know, if I can find them for cheap and they're cute, I'll get them. But usually if a Karina non-album card is cute, it's overpriced. That's kind of basically how that goes. But yeah, that's my little Karina collection. By the way, anything that has a little, like, envelope picture drawn on it is on the way, and probably actually on hand, because this is this is my box of cards that I keep and save for a storing photo cards video. Usually I try to keep it just to one of these boxes, where it, like, 2.5, 3. Well, these are smaller than this, but, you know, I probably have it on hand, I just haven't stored it yet, which I'll probably film after I'm done filming this because I need to get it out of the way. But yes, that's my Karina collection. Super excited to continue working on this and hopefully soon start OT4. There's a reason why I made the front cover more OT4 centered than just Karina centered. So yes. I'm like genuinely really happy though that I picked her up because it's been long overdue. I've been an aespa fan since debut, basically, since Blind Mamba. Why did I... Okay, sorry. Anyways, let's move on to my Shiun binders. For Shiun, I actually have 2 A5 binders because it doesn't fit into one anymore. So this binder contains The Village of Perception 1, Snowy Night, The Collective Soul and Unconscious Chapter 1, Pumping Sue, and The Village of Perception Chapter 2. So 5 eras are in here. And then this one contains The Village of Perception Chapter 3, their Japanese debut, Side B, Domino, and then Appendix. So also 5 eras, technically. However, both of these are pretty much full, so I think it's gonna be time to get a third one, maybe, perhaps. Also, why is this sticky at the top? That's not supposed to be... yeah, anyways, I originally got this binder, this bigger one, in hopes that it would fit my entire collection. Spoiler alert, it does not! So I probably will have to get a second one, because I do like this one more than just this normal one. And then I'll probably also have to get a third one, as they are both full. But yeah, you know, I am hoping it'll take a longer time before they have a comeback, because I want them to have a little bit of a rest. Billlie has been super busy lately, so hopefully I don't have to buy a new binder as soon. I hope I don't jinx it, but let's start with this one because that's chronologically makes more sense. Starting off, I did make this cover that originally went into the other binder. That's why it's appendix, even though appendix isn't in here. But you know, I did want to use it, so it's just in front of here. So we're starting off with The Village of Perception Chapter 1, which I only have 2 pages for. And I'm not too concerned about getting everything for this era. Obviously, that's like something that would be amazing if I were to get them. But I'm not as much of a completionist regarding Shiun as I am for other things. I don't know, I'm not as completionist as I used to be in its entirety. So, you know, it's gonna be fine. But I have a large majority of most cards. Pumping Sue, for example, I'm missing like only 3, I think. So that's pretty good, but Pumping Sue is a very short era as well. So I did have to put some on the back here. And then we have The Village of Perception Chapter 2 that I also have a large majority for. I'm missing like a few lucky draws here and there, but for the most part, you know, I got pretty much my favorites. And then I have the Season's Greetings here. I'm a little stuck on what to do with these leftover spots. But also, I'm not too concerned at the moment. But yeah, that's my first one. Then my second one, I did try to decorate it, but the stickers don't really stick as much to this. It's not real leather. I think it's... I can't say what it is, actually, because I don't know. But it doesn't... The stickers don't stick as well to this as it does with, like, plastic. So, yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta live with it, but I think it works, sort of. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Yeah, I do have a little... I think I got this as a freebie from someone. And I think it was really cute. So I just stuck it in here. Yes, so this is The Village of Perception Chapter 3, which is when I kind of stopped collecting as much as I used to. So I don't have as many cards in comparison to like other eras, maybe. Then we have the Japanese debut, which is like, I'm still missing these two. A little sad, but it's okay. And then we have side B, which I also don't have that many cards for. I do have this signed pub, because I don't know if they did this much during any of the previous eras, but side B has a lot of signed pubs. Makestar has been doing them a lot more recently. I'm really happy with that because I think it's really cute. Then we have Domino, or Domino Knock-On Effect. I think the album title is Knock-On Effect. I honestly don't really know. And then this is their first FanCon, like, merch. I one day want to collect OT7 for it, but for now, you know, she'll live here. And then we move on to Appendix, where I have a majority of the cards as well. Anything that I have fillers for is secured and on the way. For Shion, I don't really make fillers for cards I don't have, except for the Japanese stuff, because I do want to, I guess, force myself to get these, because they are technically album cards, and not having them for Shion feels wrong. So yes, those I don't have, but for anything else in here, I do have it secured and on the way. So these pages will all be filled eventually. You know, I don't know when, because, for example, Namil, they take a while sometimes. And then I do have this first broadcast. This is actually the first broadcast in my binder. It's not the first broadcast I ever purchased, but it is the first one in my binder. And honestly, it's so good. I love it so much. This is probably one of my favorite Shion Appendix cards anyways, and the back is so cute. Look at it! Very big fan of Appendix cards. There's some real bangers in here. Like, for example, they're so cute. Yeah, I love Appendix, very special era to me. And then this is a setup for the season's greetings. And I do have another page in here that has my, like, signed Polaroids. I don't have that many, I just have 4. I have 2 Shion, 1 Tsuki, 1 Haram, and they are all Appendix era. But yeah, I'm not going to show them. Just wanted to let you guys know. But they're behind here so that I can always find them real quickly. Yeah, so that is my Shion stuff, basically. That was already it. Now, we're gonna go on to the big boy binders, the A4 ones. So, brace yourselves. This first big binder, or A4 binder, is my bigger inclusions binder. I've decorated with a... Oh, what era was this again? Oh, the Collective Soul and Unconscious. Oh my god. How... Okay. So, yes, that's the cover. And I don't really religiously collect bigger inclusions. Billlie also doesn't really do them that often as album inclusions. But, you know, for example, stickers. They did do postcards for chapter 2. And then season's greetings. Usually stuff that comes in sets, I'll store them. But I don't really go out of my way to get merch stuff that comes in, like, with postcards. Yeah, I'm just not really the biggest fan of bigger inclusions anyways. I do really like the Appendix ones. I think they're really cute, especially the Polaroids, and then the film strips. I do really like this. I am very happy that I did collect these. Plus, it made a lot of sense since it was quite easy to collect. And then these are even bigger, like mini posters. I sort it by, like, size, because I don't like seeing through pages and stuff. And then we have this is like the only merch stuff that I have that's bigger inclusions, pretty sure. And that was it. So this one is a small binder. It's probably gonna stay a small binder, again, because they don't do it that much. They don't do bigger inclusions that much, and I just don't really want to go out of my way to get, like, merch bigger inclusions. I'd rather just get, like, merch photo cards. I prefer photo cards over postcards and stuff, so. But I do like to have a bigger inclusions binder. So, yeah, that was that. Now we're gonna move on to album cards. This is my album cards binder that I've also decorated with a appendix album. I think this concept is maybe one of the best concepts they've ever done, which is a very bold statement because they've done some really good concepts. And, you know, initially I was like, okay, well, it's just black outfits, but I still think this is one of the cuntiest and, like, coolest things they've ever done. I don't know, I really like this concept. I have, like, a little shrine for it in my room as well. This is the first era. Sean was not included in this era, so it's 6 members instead of 7, but I do have the 6 members. Then we move on to the Collective Soul and Unconscious Chapter 1. I do occasionally use leftover photo cards in the corners. I do this for a multitude of reasons. One, it looks good. Like, for example, this looks amazing. Number 2, it helps to even out the pages because I have this still, even when I do fill up the corners often, that it'll sag because the middle 5 are pretty much always there, you know? There's always members there. But these, I occasionally rotate the corners. Like, this page is different. I don't really know how to explain it well, but basically the corners tend to sag a little bit in comparison to the center that always has cards. Yeah, so to try and combat it, I try to fill up the corners with leftovers or just with whatever I can find, basically. Yeah, maybe it's blasphemous to people that I use, you know, like, I don't even know what card this is, but I got a little Suyam back here. But, you know, these are my cards. Who can judge me for this? But, yes, that's the first page, and the second page. And then we just continue on. We've got the IDs. I made these little holders for them because they moved around a lot and I didn't really like that, so I just made fillers. Then we move on to the Polaroids. I'm a little sad, honestly, that they don't do the Polaroids anymore. I kind of really like them. I know some people don't like them at all, but I think they're great. Then we have Pupping Sue. And for the longest time, I did not have this Tsuki or this Tsuki or this Tsuki, but she's there now. She's complete. And I do really like Pupping Sue concept. I loved Pupping Sue is also probably one of my favorite songs from Billlie, so yeah, good era. Then we have the Village of Perception Chapter 2, which had a lot of cards, like 6 regular selfie cards, 2 perversion, and then also Polaroids. I ran out of leftover Polaroid, so yeah. I don't have fillers everywhere, but I'm doing my best, okay? Wherever I can, I try to fill some spots. And then we have the Village of Perception Chapter 3, which has the most photo cards. I think 11 per member, because you have the Doppelganger set, and then 2 per version, and there were 3 versions, and then 4 sets of Polaroids as well. Very big fan of the Village of Perception Chapter 3. Yunoya, don't know if I want to say if it's my favorite title track. Honestly, I can't really pick, but it is one of my favorite songs by Billlie as well. And then we have the Polaroids. And this is phenomenal. I love the, like, the sweat. What do you call this? Tracksuit. Even the photo cards, they're amazing. I love them so much. Very big fan. And then we have side B, which is when Suwa and Suyeon were on hiatus, so there were only 5 members in this. It was also like a single album, so, you know, it was a single and a polka album. But yeah, they did have photo cards, so obviously I did go ahead and collect it. I do think that these are probably some of my favorite photo cards. Just sad that there was only 5 members. Then we have Appendix of All We Have Lost, which is the most recent album. And you know what? I really like these. I just feel like Appendix means a lot to me, so I'm very happy to have all these cards. And I like that they did a more muted concept like these, and a more like colorful, I don't really say like hippie concept. I don't really know what to call it. But yeah, I just really like the styling. And then here I have the group Polaroids. I didn't really know what to do with them other than just put them in the back. But yeah, they're here. So happy with that. And there is a tracksuit OT7 one, which is my favorite one, even though it's not a selfie one. Anyways, that is my album card collection. Also, I just noticed that the sun is like very at a weird angle. Also, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch back the footage to see if this is even usable. But basically, that is what OT7 album cards looks like. I will say this binder, I don't know how many like inches, how big it is, but I do think if they have a comeback, I'll have to get a second one and split my Billlie collection, because I don't think it can take more. I think already this is like a limit. Adding Appendix to it was a limit, but we'll see. We'll see. I just hope I can think about it for a little longer and they don't just hit me with a comeback announcement in like a week. Please no. Please give me some more time. Then, last but not least, arguably probably one of my favorite binders is my Billlie OT7 non-album binder. This contains like merch OT7 sets, POB OT7 sets, anything non-album that is not an album card is in here. Starting off strong with Snowy Night. I did not have this complete for the longest time, but I'm so happy to have it finished. This is probably, I think this might be my proudest moment, completing Snowy Night OT7. I also love that it is like the first time that we got an OT7 set, because this was when Chun was added. I know a lot of people put Snowy Night in their album card section, but these are technically merch, so that's why they are in my non-album binder. And then all the units. And then for the Collective Soul and Unconscious, I have 2 pre-order benefit sets. I think this is Everline. Not sure which round. And then this is K-Town for You, also for the Collective Soul and Unconscious. This is merch. And then this is a OT7 Puppingsu set. I don't know what round or what store, to be honest. Does it say on the back? No, it does not. Then we have the tin cases for Puppingsu, which is also complete. And this will be my OT7 Pob set for the Village of Perception Chapter 2, because I want to have at least one per album. And I did not have one yet. I just don't have anything in here at the moment. We do have this is merch, invitation card sets. It's like kind of the tin case cards, but they didn't come in a tin case. They came in an envelope, but it's almost the same thing. This is the Season's Greetings Pob set for With Me, I think? Not sure. This is the actual set that came in the Season's Greetings. These are the unit, or the IDs. I also made little holders for them like I did for the Collective Soul and Unconscious IDs. Then we have the membership kit. And then this is also merch. I am not 100% sure though what it is. I think it's Soundwave or like Dear My Muse random photo cards. I don't know. But I initially only had my top 4. I've decided to collect OT7 for it anyways, but there I don't have it yet, so that's why the center 3 spots are a little empty. Then these are the tin cases for the Collective Soul, or the Village of Perception Chapter 3. And the units. This is also a pop set for side B. Again, I want one OT whatever pop set per era, and this will be the one for side B. And these are the last year's Season's Greetings. This is merch for their January 0th Christmas single, I think. Billie's Auditorium. Yeah. This is the appendix of All We Have Lost pop set that I collected for this era. And then here I have a few setups for some other sets that are still incoming. So we'll skip over that for now. And then we're heading to my little extras section. So this is miscellaneous cards for all of the members. So pop cards, merch cards for members that I don't actually collect for. Yeah. But I do want to keep most of my extras since I think they're all really cute. So this will be, every member has their own page at the moment, and this will be expanded on substantially, unfortunately. Well, no, it's not unfortunate. It's unfortunate for my wallet. It is fortunate for my eyes because I love seeing it. But yeah. Working, I'm gonna try not to get as many random miscellaneous pobs as I tend to do now because I have a lot more on the way than what's in here. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. I love having them here. And then these are group/unit cards. And then this is my Meep page. So I'll also be expanding on this a little bit more. I currently only have 2 cards. But I am hyper fixated on when Billie does the Meep expression. I made a template for all the photo cards that they Meep in, and my goal is to eventually collect all of them and have a little Meep page. So far, I only have 2, but, you know, I don't really mind. I will be expanding on it. I have more on the way. And then in the back here, I do have a little surprise. I have more, not Billie stuff, in my Billie binder. This is my other group's Meep page. So, I was looking through all of my leftover cards, and I just saw that I had a few Meeps in there, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep them. So we've got Twice Nyan, Let's Hit of Him Sakura, and then Kepler's, Dion, and Yezo. I don't collect any of these groups anymore, but, you know, they're meeping in these cards. I can't not keep them. So this is my little shrine in the back here. I'm not really going to actively work on this, but, you know, if anyone has a meep card and wants to get rid of it, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. So, yes, that is the end of my binder, but it's a little secret. I don't really want to talk about it. But, yeah, that is my entire collection, spread over, what was it, about 8 binders? And, yeah, that's it for, as of right now, 16th of February, 2025. And we'll see how I'm doing in about half a year's time. So like August or something, I'll revisit this and see how much progress I've made, if I've downsized anything, if I've added anything. I don't really have any specific goals other than just have fun, basically. But yeah, that is my collection. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope to see you in my next video, which will be me storing all of this, probably. Does that sound good? Okay, then subscribe if you want to see that. Yeah, that was it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.